I'm going to be ranking the best dark matter cards right now in NBA 2K23. My team, we have a tier list here ranking from S that goes all the way down to D tier, and we have about 45 to 50 of the best dark matter cards right now on my team, and these are basically just going to be some of the best cards in the game onto a tier list. So let me know in the comment section down below, what would you guys change about my tier list, and let me know your guys' favorite dark matters to be running right now in Season 7. But looking at the first dark matter here is going to be Dirk Nowitzki. I think he's probably going to be somewhere in B tier. He's a really solid all-around power forward, but especially elite on the offensive end, being 7'1" with a 7'3" wingspan. He's got a 99 3 ball, 99 mid-range. He's only missing one Hall of Fame shooting badge. Yes, he's not going to be the greatest defender, he's not the most athletic power forward, but he really does make up for with his offense and that super fast jump shot. So I think as a dark matter card, gonna be somewhere in that B tier category. Allen Houston, I would throw probably somewhere in C. Like, he's just a good shooting guard, he's got a good jump shot, gonna be a really good offensive 2 guard. I just don't know if he's gonna be, in that B tier category. Invincible Giannis, I think you gotta have at least in the A tier category. He might be an S. I think Giannis might creep into the S tier category. 6'11" at the 3, 7'4" wingspan, and he's going to be an invincible card, so maxed out stats, all above basically a 98. And then actually, does he have, besides 3 ball, I think everything's pretty much at a 99. And then you look at his badges, he's going to have 55 on Hall of Fame, which is just absolutely ridiculous for a Giannis card. He has so many Hall of Fame shooting badges. And then you take a look at his animations. I actually don't mind his jump shot on very quick timing. I think it's actually a way better release than I was expecting it to be. And he's also got that Curry escape, which I think is super overpowered on this Giannis card. And we just know he's going to be one of the best defenders in my team. He's got one of the best player models and gets some of the best animations in the game. So for now, I think he's going to be an A tier, but I could definitely see him getting moved up into that S tier category. Amari Stoudemire, I would say, is probably C tier. His jump shot is super slow, but besides his jump shot being a tad bit slow in game, I think he's a great all-around power forward, and he's a solid dark matter. I would throw him in that C tier category. Artis Gilmore, I think you got to go in A tier. A really good defensive power forward card, 7'2" with a 7'5" wingspan, pretty much maxed out stats and badges for defense, and then also does have a capable jump shot and a really good player model in game. So I think Artis Gilmore as a dark matter deserves to be somewhere in that A tier category. Ben Simmons, I think you got to go in S. I think he's one of the best dark matters in the game because he's one of the best point guards, maybe the best point guard in my team, being 6'11" with a 7' wingspan. He just brings such great defense to the table, and he's also one of the best slashing point guards in my team. He gets crazy good dunk animations, he feels unstoppable going to the basket, and we know he's got that size where he can mash a lot of smaller point guards and be super overpowered on the offensive end. Bill Russell, I would say, is probably either high B or low A tier. Like, I think a card like Bob Pettit is sort of on the same level as I think Bob Pettit is sort of on the same level as a Bill Russell, because Bill Russell is going to be still one of the best defenders in my team. 6'10" at the 3, 7'4" wingspan, has every single Hall of Fame defensive badge in the game, and perfect defensive stats. His tendencies also pretty much perfect. 95 on-ball steal, 99 contest shot, 99 block shot. I just wish he had a little bit more offense. That's kind of the one big flaw, not a big flaw, but the one, I would say, minor flaw with Bill Russell is the fact that his offense really isn't that great, even compared to a card like Bob Pettit. So I think for now, they're both going to be somewhere in that B tier category. Bull, I think you also got to have an S tier. I think he's the best small forward in game. I think him and Giannis are a lot closer than some people make it out to be. But yeah, Bull, 7'2" at small forward, 7'7" wingspan. But the thing I like about Giannis is because he's an invincible and he has a great player model, I think he can actually play power forward a lot better than a card like Bull. So I do like Giannis's versatility there, but I think Bull has to be one of the best dark matters right now on my team. Looking at the next dark matter is going to be Caron Butler. I would say he's actually probably in C. I don't think he's going to be in B tier, but I think he's actually a very underrated shooting guard. He's got a solid jump shot and really good defensive stats and badges. Invincible Zion, I do like him a little bit more than Bob Pettit and Bill Russell, so I would say Zion probably goes somewhere in that A tier category. He's another invincible card, 6'7" at the 3, 6'10" wingspan, perfect stats and badges, and his jump shot is still super knocked out in my opinion. The O'Shea base with the Zion upper on very quick timing, I think is a really quick release and also very easy to time with. And then he's got the Steve Francis size up, he's got the Curry escape, Dame behind the back, he's got some of the best dribble sigs in the game, and I also think this card is unstoppable at going to the rim. So I think Giannis and Zion going to be similar invincible small forwards, and I think they both deserve to be at least in that A tier category. Vince Carter, I would say, is also A tier. A really good offensive two guard, has a great jump shot, and just like Zion, amazing at going to the rim. I think they're very similar cards at their position, just being unstoppable at getting to the basket. Now this Dark Matter Chet, I just don't like this card. I think I will put him in S tier just because I know a lot of people like Chet, but I know it's crazy to say I think at small forward I prefer Giannis over Chet, like the invincible Giannis, just because I know this Chet card's good. He's a really good Dark Matter card, but I think so is Giannis, and I just don't like Chet's jump shot, and I think also Giannis maybe moves like a slightly better than Chet in game just because of his ability to get to the basket, and I would say Giannis is definitely the better defender, not necessarily because of the stats and the badges, because that's very similar and their tendencies are both great, but I think it's his player model, Giannis's defensive animations. He gets those hidden defensive annies where he gets tons of block shots. He's really good at contesting shots. He just covers so much ground. Like if you guys have used Giannis in game, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So I think for me, I would put Giannis over Chet, but I think for now, I'll keep Chet in S tier and keep Giannis in the A tier spot. Donovan Mitchell, even though he's one of my favorite cards to use in my team, I think he's such a fun point guard. He's just 6'1", gonna be super undersized. I think he's a lot better than some people expect him to be. He can still play in game even though he's super undersized. You just gotta know that you're gonna get mashed every single possession. Invincible Magic, I would say another invincible card, gonna be in that A tier category. I think there's maybe one other point guard better than Magic who will most likely be in S tier. He's another really good invincible card. Just wish he had a better jump shot, but all around still has a great player model and a very good defender. Dark Matter D-Rob, I would say, is going to be in B tier. Another just really solid power forward card, very similar to Dirk, but he's going to be more of a defender. D-Rob plays good defense, has a good jump shot, and still to this day is a really well-rounded power forward and can also maybe play center as well. Havlicek, I think, is going to be on that Allen Houston, Caron Butler type of level. Just another solid shooting guard. Don't think he's going to be anything too special. Jonathan Isaac, I would say, is another Bill Russell, Bob Pettit type of small forward. I think you can make an argument Jonathan Isaac is better than Bill Russell because he's going to give very similar defense, and I also do like his jump shot maybe a tad bit more, and he's also got way better dribble sigs, so he does move a lot better on the court, and he's also got pretty much perfect defensive tendencies with 97 in the on-ball steal, contest shot, block shot, and then also a 95 driving dunk and a 95 flashing dunk. So I think Jonathan Isaac going to be at least in the B tier category on that same level as a Bill Russell and a Bob Pettit as well. Nikola Jokic was that other point guard I was talking about. I think these are the top 3 point guards in the game: Ben Simmons, Jokic, and Magic, but I think we only have enough spots for Jokic and Ben in the S tier category. I think these are easily the 2 best point guards in my team. It really just comes down to, are you looking for offense with Jokic, a guy that's got an amazing jump shot, or do you want some more defense, a guy with an elite player model, a guy that's amazing to slash into the basket? Then you do go for the hero Ben Simmons, but both going to be equally as good at the point guard spot. I think Jason Richardson, another C tier card. I mean, James Harden, I would say also maybe in C tier. I think you could argue James Harden actually in B tier. Like, I think he's a really, really good offensive point guard. Just lacks a little bit of defense, so I'm gonna have to put him in C tier for now. Hakeem Olajuwon, I would say also in B tier. Dikembe, I would say also in B tier. I think Dikembe's fallen off a little bit compared to like the Artis Gilmores of the world, the Rick Smiths, and some other top tier power forwards and center cards. So I think he's gonna have to be in B tier, but still a really good defender and a really good shot blocker. Kristaps, I will say, is probably still in A tier. Like, I think the debate between Kristaps and Artis is really, really close. I would say Kristaps is probably a little bit better offensively at the power forward spot than Artis Gilmore, just because of his jump shot being a little bit better on very quick timing, and he's also 7'3" with a 7'6" wingspan. But Artis Gilmore is definitely the better center. He's more athletic, he's a way better defender, has way more Hall of Fame defensive badges, and also a better player model in game. So I do think Artis might be the slightly better overall card, but I think both these Dark Matters deserve to at least be in that A tier category. Brook Lopez, I would say, is B tier. A really good 7'1" center, has a great jump shot. I just don't know if I can put him in A tier. I think Luka has to be in A tier. I would say he's like that one spot below Magic Johnson. You know, I think it probably goes maybe Ben or Jokic 1 and 2, and then it goes Magic 3, Luka 4, just because Luka is still one of the best offensive cards in the game, and I would say maybe even the best offensive point guard. So great jump shot on Luka, really good dribble sigs. I think he deserves to be somewhere in the A tier category. Manute Bol and Yao Ming going to be next to each each other. Obviously, both going to be in the S tier category. I don't think there's really too much debate with that. Manute Bol, Yao, some of the best cards in the game, and especially Manute Bol, probably still the best card in my team. Just super overpowered, a card that can play center and power forward as well. Michael Jordan, I would say, is A tier as well, on that same tier as a Luka Doncic and Magic Johnson. Still a really good all-around point guard, plays good defense, and really good at getting to the basket. Just wish he had a better upper, because he has the KPJ base, which is probably the best base in the game, but his upper does kind of ruin the jump shot. Pau Gasol, I would say, is probably going to have to be in C tier. Not a bad power forward card. I just don't think he's on the level of a Dirk, a Dikembe, a D-Rob, a Hakeem, a Brook Lopez. I think he's going to have to be one tier below them. Kareem, I would say, is also in B tier. I just don't know if he's on the same level as a Artis Gilmore, as a Kristaps at the center power forward spot. Still has a really good player model, a really good defender. He's super athletic and can be very overpowered. I just personally don't like his jump shot too much. Rick Smith, I think has to be an S tier. I would say, honestly, the more that I've seen him in game, I would say Rick Smith might be better than Yao Ming. I don't think he's better than Manute Bol at center. But I think at the center spot, I would actually take Rick Smith over Yao Ming, which is crazy for a free card to be better than a card that's going for over $1 million MT or around $1 mil. I would say Ron Artest, easy A tier point guard, same level as a Luka Doncic, same level as a Luka, an MJ, a Magic. I think all going to be in the A tier category. Domantas Sabonis has to go in C tier in my opinion. I mean, just another decent power forward card like Pau Gasol. Just don't think they're on the level of the bigs in B tier. This Sarunas, I think it's to pronounce his first name, the free pink diamond, not the free pink diamond, the free dark matter from Clutch Time Online. He's going to be another just James Harden type of point guard where he's really good offensively, just lacks a little bit of defense. And I think Shea's also the same way, really good offensive point guard in Shea. I just don't know if you can put him in B tier. Steve Smith, I would say, is also going to be an A. He's a very similar card to a Vince Carter. Like, I think they're on the same level at the shooting guard position. Sean Elliott, I think, is that one tier below a Steve Smith and a Vince Carter. He's a really good RNG though card. He's just a worse version of Steve Smith in my opinion. Terry Dischinger, I think you probably still got to give S tier to. Really good offensive two guard in the game, still has an amazing jump shot. And then I think you got to go Tim Thomas and you got to go T-Mac also in the S tier category. Like, T-Mac might be the best card in the game, or at least one of the best cards. Tim Thomas, 6'10" at the 2, has an amazing jump shot. I think all of those cards got to go somewhere in S. And then I think Bill Walton also is going to be in that A tier category. A really, really good power forward who's got a great jump shot, or at least a solid jump shot, really good dribble sigs. And the more that I've used Bill Walton, the more I do like him. Dominique Wilkins, I would say, is probably B tier. I'm not sure if I like him as much as a Ron Artest, an MJ, a Luka Doncic. I think I'll probably throw him in the high B tier spot. Will Chamberlain going in C tier. I just hate his jump shot. And then Alonzo Mourning, I'll give somewhere in the high B tier category. I mean, actually not. I would go Alonzo Mourning probably in A tier. So how many cards we have in S? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I think that's going to round off my S tier category. Once again, I think Giannis is really close. You know what? I know people are going to disagree with this. I already know. You guys can comment this down below that I'm making a really dumb decision, and you guys definitely disagree with this decision, but I like Giannis over Chet. It's just my personal preference. It's just my opinion. I personally, for me, like this Giannis Invincible card over Chet. I just was not impressed by Chet. I've used him a bunch. I just don't like the card as much as I liked Giannis. I think he's more valuable because of his defense, his player model, and those animations he gets in game. So that's going to round off my S tier for the best Dark Matter cards in my team. And let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about my Dark Matter tier list? And yes, I know a lot of people are going to say Chet should be over Giannis, and I think that perfectly makes sense. Just going to be in my personal opinion, but hopefully you guys did enjoy, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.